What's up? This is Professor Paul back once again with another installment of Speak Swedish Stupid. Now, today I wanted to talk a little bit about how to change Swedish verbs into Swedish adjectives. I think it's called past participles or something. But basically, if I was going to explain it, I can say in English, I send the letter. Alright? And the verb send is an action word. It's a verb, alright? I am doing an action. I'm sending the letter. I sent the letter. And now the letter is sent. The letter is sent. Okay? And that means that I sent the letter. Alright? And now that becomes an adjective. You see that? The sent letter. The letter is sent. Now it's an adjective. Okay? It's describing the noun. No longer is the word sent describing what I am doing. You know, it's not describing the action that I am taking. It's describing the situation that the letter is finding itself in, if you know what I mean. It's describing the state of the letter. Alright, the letter is sent. That's the letter's state. Okay? So, let's get into it without any further ado. And we have to throw, okay? Att kasta, alright? Kind of like cast, alright? You cast a ball, alright? You cast a die or dice. You cast them on the, you know? I think, what was it? Caesar had a famous line, like, the die is cast, which basically meant the war is started. Okay, att kasta, alright? So now you would say, jag kastar, because you take the infinitive, which this is, to throw, to cast, and you put an R at the end, and then you have the present, alright? Jag kastar en boll. Okay, jag kastar en boll. I throw a ball. Alright? I throw a ball. Boll. Alright? Now, if you did this yesterday, you would say, jag kastade en boll. I threw, alright? And that's a very easy way for simple AR verbs, alright, to conjugate. And you can put anything here. You can put du kastar, you throw the ball. Han kastar, he throws the ball. Alright, you don't have to put an S in the end like we say he throws. They don't say that in Swedish. They just say he throw the ball. Alright, kind of like Southerns talk or inner city people. They just leave out that S. Alright, so jag kastar bollen. Alright. Yesterday, jag kastade en boll. Alright. And you threw it. And again, plug in anything. Vi kastade en boll. We threw a ball. Alright. Now, if you have thrown a ball, you can say jag har, I have, kastat. Alright. Not D-E, but T. Kastat en boll. Alright. And now here's where the verb becomes an adjective, okay? Bollen, the ball, as you know when you want to say the ball. Like, when you see here, it's a ball, right? And I explained this in another video, probably yesterday, if I remember correctly. The a ball is with the N in the beginning. The ball is with the N in the end. Okay, that's how they make the distinction between indefinite and definite articles. They don't have two different words like we do, like a and the. They just change the position. A ball, or attach it at the end. The ball. Okay, moving on. The ball, bollen, är kastad. Alright, the ball is thrown. Okay, and basically you just took this from the past participle, or the supine, like tense here, kastat. Jag har kastat. Alright? And you change that because this is an N word. You're going to change that last T to a D. Alright, so it's soft like the N. Alright? Or I mean vocalized. I'm sorry, like the N. Bollen är kastad. Alright? So change that T to a D, and then you have the adjective for a thrown ball. The ball is thrown. Okay, and it becomes kind of passive, a way to use the passive voice as well. Alright, now take a tire. right? The Swedish word for tire is däck. And that's an et word, alright? That's a neuter word. So it's going to be däcket, alright? The tire. The tire is thrown. Now, if the tire is thrown, it's not the same. You don't end it in D because it's an et word, right? And so you have to end it with a T still. So it's the same as this. Däcket är kastat. Okay? The tire is thrown. And you can say, you can use this with any AR verb. Alright? And we'll learn about more AR verbs in my DVD on verbs, and I'll go much deeper into this, and you'll learn how to use, like I said, verbs and be able to improvise and predict endings and just basically communicate in Swedish right from the get-go. Now, again, like I covered, I believe in yesterday's DVD, yesterday's video on YouTube, Den kastade bollen, we talked about when you want to make it definite with an adjective, right? You have to say it, and put it in the plural, thrown. But in this case, the plural is an E instead of an A, okay? An E, that's an E, it's a little sloppy, but it's an E. Alright, you can see like down there, it's also an E. Alright, so the thrown, and this makes it plural and definite, alright? Bollen, so it thrones, ball, the. Then kastade bollen, that means the thrown ball. Alright? If you don't understand exactly what I mean, go back and look at the other, go back and look at yesterday's video. Okay? Then kastade bollen, the thrown ball. Alright? But now you gotta change that around. It's gonna be a thrown house or a thrown tire, right? Well, you wouldn't throw a house. Well, some people might be able to throw a house or a dog house anyways. So, det kastade huset. Alright? Of course, doghouse isn't called. Never mind. In Swedish. Det kastade huset. Okay? So it, but you're using a T, because hus, or däck is a T noun. Alright? Et noun. But you still have the plural here. You still add E at the end. So when it's one of these, I just want, and then the at the end of that. So it's a double. It, thrown, house, the. Det kastade huset. So that's how you say it, the thrown house. And I just wanted to just stress that point, that it's usually A in the end, but when you make an adjective out of an AR verb like this, you put an E at the end instead of an A when you're doing the plural or the definite version of that adjective. Okay? This is the definite version of that adjective. Okay? So write all this down, use it in your speech, write in your diary, write about your day, describe things, just look at things around your house, You can, take a book, alright, and throw it on the ground. Throw it on your bed and say, den kastade boken. Alright? And just think in your head, den kastade boken. Alright? The thrown book. Alright? And then think, jag kastar en bok. And then you're practicing that in your head as well. You can say, I did it before. Jag kastade en bok. I did it yesterday. And lamp. You can do lampa. I'm sorry. You can do this with any noun that you choose to. Okay? You don't have to just hold yourself to the ones that I'm giving you examples for. So be creative, use different adjectives, use different verbs to try to create these, alright? Use different nouns that you're acting upon, and just practice it. Come up with things throughout the day, to enliven your boring day at school or work, or just like times in between when you're waiting for a bus, when you're waiting in the elevator, when you're waiting on anything, waiting online in the bank, whatever you're doing, just try to use these and try to come up with words and little phrases. And the more you do this, the more you think in this way, in Swedish, the more natural it's going to be once you start talking or writing with a real Swede. Alright, good luck. Email me with any questions at speakswedishstupid@gmail.com.